Welcome to the English audiobook. Do you know the biggest lie of your life? The lie told to you by your parents, your society, your books, your entire world? It is not that hard work gives you everything. It is not that a miracle will change your life. The biggest, deepest, most dangerous lie is that your thoughts are your own. The voice in your mind that runs 24 hours, the one you call me, is not yours at all. It is a borrowed, stale, second-hand voice. It is the garbage thrown by society that you have accepted as your identity. Surprised? Angry? Good. Because today we are not here for sweet motivation. Today we are here to drink poison, the poison that can destroy thousands of years of lies in your mind. Welcome to the English audiobook. Today we are not summarizing a book. Today we are placing dynamite on the walls of your mental prison, and the name of this dynamite is Jiddu Krishnamurti's Freedom from the Known. This is not a book, it is a mirror that shows not your face, but the decay of your inner self. Krishnamurti is not a guru, he is a spiritual rebel, a spiritual anarchist who is not here to support you, but to take away every crutch you depend on. He is not here to show you a path, but to tear your map apart. If you are looking for comfort, close this now. There is no comfort here. There is restlessness. Not peace, but the beginning of a revolution. A revolution not in the world, but within you, in every corner of your consciousness. If you have the courage, let's break this prison. Let's destroy every wall one by one. What is our first and strongest prison? Our knowledge, our experiences, our memories, everything we know. It sounds crazy. We spend our whole life collecting knowledge, school, college, books, degrees. We think more knowledge means more freedom. Krishnamurti says the opposite. Your knowledge is your biggest cage. Your past, your memories, your experiences create a filter. You see the whole world through that old filter. Imagine you have a super advanced computer but run a 30-year-old outdated software on it. What happens? It processes everything in an old way. It hangs, slows down, crashes. Your mind is that computer. Your knowledge, beliefs, and experiences are that outdated software. Whenever a new situation or person comes, you don't see them freshly. Your mind searches old files. This is like what happened 5 years ago. This person looks like that friend who betrayed me. In that moment, the present dies. You don't see reality, you see your past projection. Today, information has exploded. Social media, Google, AI. We think we are smarter. Krishnamurti says we are more conditioned. Our prison walls have become thicker. Why do you fight with your partner? Most fights are not about the present. They are about the past. You connect their words to old wounds. They say something and you remember your father. They do something and you remember your ex. You are not fighting the person in front of you, you are fighting a ghost, your past. This is the prison of the known. True freedom is not in collecting knowledge. True freedom is in letting that knowledge die every moment, to meet everything as if for the first time, without past, without expectation. This is difficult, this is scary, because your knowledge is your identity, and nothing is more frightening than losing your identity. But if you want freedom, you must pay this price. You must burn your greatest treasure, your knowledge. The second wall of this prison, even stronger than knowledge, is thought. We are proud of our thinking. We believe thought made us human, built civilization, created science, took us to the moon. Krishnamurti picks up a hammer and shatters this pride. He says, "Thought is the root of all sorrow. Thought is the source of every suffering." How is this possible? Think about fear. What is fear? Are you afraid of something right now, in this moment? No. You are either afraid of something that has already happened, the past, or something that might happen, the future. If I lose my job, what if I get cancer? What if they leave me? What is all this? It is thought. Thought takes memories from the past, pain, failure, betrayal, and projects them onto the future. It creates a story that has not happened yet, and then it starts fearing that story. Fear never exists in the present. Fear always exists in time, past or future. And who creates time? Thought. Krishnamurti says, "Thought is time. The moment thought arises, time is created, and in that same moment, the present dies." Look at it another way. In a dark room, there is a rope. You see it and get scared, thinking it is a snake. Your heart beats faster, you start sweating. Is that fear real? No. The fear is not from the rope, but from your thought that it is a snake. Thought created a false reality, and your body believed it. This is our whole life. We are all creating snakes in our minds and then fearing them. Career, relationships, old age, death. So what should we do? Stop thinking? No, that is impossible. Here comes a subtle but important difference between Krishnamurti and thinkers like Osho. Osho emphasizes no mind, going beyond the mind through meditation, dance, music, catharsis. Krishnamurti's path is even more radical and difficult. He does not say, remove the mind. He says, observe it. Be aware of thought. Without judgment, without calling it right or wrong, just watch your thoughts like a scientist. See how a thought is born. See how it draws energy from the past. See how it creates fear and desire. When you watch this entire process silently, without interference, something remarkable happens. The thought that is seen loses its power. It is like seeing a thief. Once the thief knows he is being watched, he runs away. This is true meditation, not sitting in a temple with closed eyes and chanting, but being aware of the movement of your mind in every moment, while walking, working, talking. This is 24-hour meditation, and it is the most difficult thing in the world, because here you have no support, no guru, no book, no technique. You are completely alone. Now let's come to the jailer who runs this entire prison, the one we lovingly call I, me, or ego. What is this I? I am a doctor. I am Indian. I am successful. I am unhappy. Krishnamurti says these are just labels, just thoughts. This I is nothing but a bundle of memories, experiences, and beliefs, a load you carry on your back. And what does this I want the most? Security. It always wants to feel safe through a job, a relationship, money, a country, a religion. Krishnamurti says this search for security is the root of all conflict, violence, and suffering. When the I seeks security in a job, it becomes insecure, competitive, trying to pull others down. When it seeks security in a relationship, it becomes possessive, jealous, turning love into a cage. When it seeks security in religion or ideology, it says, "My God is the true God," and begins to hate others. Look at nationalism. My country is great. What is it? A small I attaching itself to a bigger I to feel secure. And this idea has caused the most terrible wars in history, killing millions. Your house, your property, your bank balance, what are they? Extensions of your I. When someone scratches your car, why does it feel like they scratched you? Because you have attached your identity to it. Krishnamurti asks a deeply uncomfortable question. If your degree, your name, your property, your relationships, your religion, your nationality, all your memories, everything is taken away, what remains? Do you remain, or just emptiness? We are so afraid of this emptiness that we spend our whole life strengthening this I, collecting knowledge, earning money, building relationships, wearing identities. The day you see the illusion of this I, that is the day you find true security. And that security is not in anything external. It is in the realization that you are nothing. You are nothing, and only when you are nothing are you free to be everything. When a vessel is empty, only then can it be filled. The fourth wall of our prison is comparison and the pursuit of success. From childhood, one poison is fed into our minds. Look at Sharmaji's son. He scored 95%. Your sister sings so well, why don't you do something? School, college, office, society, everywhere the same game is played. Comparison, comparison, and comparison. From this comparison is born ambition. I must be better than him. I must earn more. I must be more famous. Krishnamurti says comparison is a form of violence, not only toward others, but toward yourself. The moment you compare yourself with someone else, you insult your uniqueness, your originality. You deny what you are and chase what you should be. This gap between what is and what should be is the source of all conflict and all suffering. Today's world has become a factory of comparison. Open social media. On Instagram, someone is vacationing in the Maldives. On Facebook, a friend bought a new Mercedes. On LinkedIn, someone became a CEO at 25. And what do you feel seeing your simple life? Envy, inadequacy, sadness. You are comparing their edited, filtered life with your raw, uncut reality. This is a game you can never win. And this obsession with success, what is it? Society has defined success as money, power, fame, and we all run in that direction like sheep without pausing to ask, do I really want this? Is success what the world defines or what you define for yourself? Maybe success is sitting quietly in a corner reading your favorite book. Maybe success is spending 1 hour with your children without distraction. But no, we want the success that gets applause. We are hungry for others' approval. We seek our worth in others' eyes. And a person who seeks their value in others' eyes can never be free. They will always remain a slave. Here I remember a Jain story. 2 monks were walking by a river. The river was flooded and the current was strong. A beautiful young woman stood on the bank, afraid to cross. The senior monk, without hesitation, picked her up in his arms and carried her across. She thanked him and left. The monks continued their journey. The junior monk was disturbed. He wanted to speak but could not. After miles, near their monastery, he finally said, "We are not allowed to touch a woman. How could you carry her? This is against our rules." The senior monk smiled and said, "I left that woman at the river long ago, but it seems you are still carrying her in your mind." This story is a perfect example of comparison, rules, and the burden of the known. The second monk was trapped in rules, the known. He kept comparing, judging right and wrong, and carried that burden for miles. The first monk was free. He lived in the present. He did what was needed in the moment and left it there. He lived in the present. We are all like the second monk, carrying society's rules, definitions of success, and the burden of comparison. We carry them in our minds and make our lives heavy. True freedom is like the first monk, to live each moment and then let it go. Now we come to the place where Krishnamurti's words hurt the most: love and relationships. We all want love. We all want someone who understands us, someone who completes us. We consider love the most sacred thing in life. And Krishnamurti comes and shatters this completely. He says what you call love is not love. It is a need, a deal, a transaction. You fear loneliness, so you want a partner. Your body feels incomplete, so you want another body. You feel emotionally empty, so you want someone to fill you. You use another person to build your identity. I am his husband. I am her wife. This is not love. It is mutual use, mutual gratification and dependency. And where there is dependency, fear is inevitable. What if they leave me? From this fear comes jealousy, possessiveness, control. You start claiming ownership over your partner. You begin to take away their freedom, and you call all this love. When you say, "I love you," pause for a moment and ask yourself, do you love that person as they truly are, or do you love the image you have created of them in your mind? Do you love their beauty, their way of speaking, or the feeling they give you? In truth, you are loving yourself. You are using that person like a mirror. So what is real love? Krishnamurti says love can only exist when there is no me. Real love is not a transaction. It does not demand. It does not try to change the other. It does not try to possess. Real love is like looking at a flower. You enjoy its beauty. You do not say, "This flower should be mine." You do not try to pluck it. If you pluck it, it dies. You simply let it be. You feel its fragrance and move on. Can you love a person like that, without making them your property, without demanding anything, without making them responsible for your happiness and security? This love is a state of awareness. There is no conflict, no struggle, only deep understanding and compassion. But to reach this love, you must first have the courage to be alone. You must face your inner loneliness. When you are completely comfortable with yourself, when you do not need anyone to complete you, only then are you capable of real love. Otherwise, what you call love is just a beautiful mask of fear. Now we come to Krishnamurti's most radical, most frightening, and most liberating truth. True freedom means standing psychologically alone. It does not mean becoming a monk or going to the jungle. It means dropping every form of inner authority, every support. We always want to follow someone, a guru, a god, a book, an ideology, someone to tell us what is right and wrong, someone to show us the way. Why? Because we are afraid to take responsibility. We are afraid to think. We are afraid to make mistakes. Following is easy. Just shut your mind and walk the given path. Krishnamurti says, truth is a pathless land. There is no ready-made path to truth. Any path belongs to the known. It is someone else's experience, someone else's knowledge. It cannot be yours. You cannot become Buddha by following Buddha. You can only become a cheap copy. You have to find your own way, and there is no way. You must step into the unknown at every moment, without guarantee, without support. This means letting go of your ideologies, and yes, even letting go of Krishnamurti. He clearly said, "I am not your guru. If you follow me, you will move away from truth." He was like a signpost pointing to the moon, and we foolishly start worshipping the finger. He says, do not look at the finger, look at the moon. This psychological aloneness is the most frightening thing, because there is no security, no comfort. You stand completely naked, completely empty. But in this emptiness lies immense power, creativity. When your mind is free from others' thoughts, books, and teachings, only then can something original, something true enter. Truth cannot be followed. It must be discovered every moment, like fresh morning air. You cannot capture it and store it. Do you have the courage? Can you tear apart the blanket of security given by society, religion, family? Can you stand alone before the world, without identity, without support? If yes, you have taken the first step toward freedom. So what is the essence of freedom from the known? It is not a philosophy to memorize. It is not a technique to practice. It is only one thing: awareness. Awareness that your knowledge is your cage. Awareness that thought creates fear. Awareness that the I is an illusion. Awareness that comparison is violence. Awareness that what you call love is often fear. Awareness that you are always seeking support. You do not have to do anything. You only have to observe. Observe the entire movement of your mind without judgment. The moment you fully see this prison, the very perception of the prison is the liberation from it. Seeing the prison is freedom. Krishnamurti does not give you answers. He takes away all your answers so that you can see truth for the first time with an empty mind. He does not give comfort, he destroys your comfort, and that is the work of a true friend. The question is not who Krishnamurti was. The question is not what you learned from this. The real question is, what will you do now? Will you go back to the same sleep, the same borrowed thoughts, the same fears, the same patterns of relationships? Or will you stay awake? The question is, who are you? Beyond your degree, your name, your knowledge, who are you really? No one else can answer this. You must find it yourself, in silence, in aloneness. If you are among those who have the courage to go this deep, if you are tired of society's false comforts and shallow motivation, then this English audiobook channel is your place. Here we do not just talk, we break the invisible chains of the mind together. If today's words shook you, if you felt someone spoke the truth for the first time, then subscribe and become part of this rebellion, this revolution. And tell me in the comments which one idea hit your mind like a hammer. Your comment can become a spark to awaken someone else. Share this with a friend or relative whom you truly want to see free, not someone who wants comfort, but someone who seeks truth. Because, as someone said, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. See you in the next video to break another chain. Keep watching, and most importantly,